Warning. This game contains transphobia, suicidal thoughts and attempts, body dysphoria, abuse, and self-harm. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello everybody, my name is Direwolf and welcome to another day. So this one might be more of a heavier kind of game. If you feel like you may not be able to take stuff that had the content warning at the beginning of this video, if you feel like you can't really take any of that stuff, please just pause the video, close it down, go watch something else. Because I don't know really how dark this could get, but I would really hate to, make anyone feel super uncomfortable. But let's go ahead and make our way through it. Is there a sound to this game? Oh, shoot, I didn't get to read that. The pounding of my head, a sign that I've been asleep for way too long. Essentially my alarm clock at this point. No matter how much I try to ignore it, the sharp pain gets worse and worse. I slowly get up and sit on the edge of my bed. The weight of the headache is trying to bring me back down onto my soft mattress. I wonder if I have any more migraine medication. I reach out for the open pill bottle and shake it around. Thankfully, it makes a little bit of sound, but there is at least a couple pills left. Restless, I tilt the bottle and shake out the one pill I need. Its bright white form falls into my hand. I stare at the little pill in my hand and anxiety begins to swell up inside. I should get some... With my free hand, I reach out to my forearm as the pain intensifies. There's no time to get water. I put the pill in my mouth and swallow. It slowly goes down my throat, leaving a nasty taste behind. Just when I think I'm going to throw it back up, my saliva helps it go down smoother. My body shakes and as if that would get rid of the taste of the medication. I close my eyes, trying to relax and ease the tension in my head. At first, the pain is unbearable, as if it's screeching for me to open my eyes back up. However, only a few minutes pass before the pain is that I can do stuff without feeling like I'm going to throw up. Slowly, I open my eyes back up and take in my surroundings. Not sure what I expected. Like my room would be magically cleaned. If it was, that would be the first sign that I'm in a very lucid dream. Me doing something right in my life, yeah, sure. I'll get around to it eventually. How many times have I said that? Ever since I got this place from... There's a painful twinge in my heart, something that happens every time I try to remember Eduardo Rosita. Out of all her 10 grandchildren, she gave me her place. And this is what I do to say thanks, make a complete mess out of it? Fuck. What did someone like me do to deserve her kindness? Why? Why am I such a shitty fucking person? I can feel my hand tremble as if it grips on the fabric of my pants. For the next few minutes, I sit there on the edge of my bed, filled with this disgusting feeling welling up inside me. Then, nothing. Every time I try to process it all, I just shut down. I'm not doing anything, so why am I so tired? I want to go back to bed, but if I do, I know I'll just wake up in a few hours at best. Then, I'll once again make some ibuprofen to ease my pain from my headache. After that, I'll feel awful about myself and want to go back to sleep. Rinse and repeat. I'm just stuck in the same vicious cycle with no end in sight. I breathe in a shaky breath and exhale. I'm done. I'm done waking up every day feeling alone and unloved. Maybe if I wasn't here anymore, the pain would finally stop. Maybe the world would be a better place if I wasn't here. My blurred vision manages to make out my backpack. I'm overexerted, just getting up and walking towards it. The ounce of energy I had from the day wasted the moment I got out of bed. I snatch the bag and sling it over my shoulder. I'm done with feeling nothing. I'm tired of just repeating the same day over and over again, waking up with a headache and, when that finally goes away, realizing I'm alone. I'm a bother to everyone in my life. all of whom disconnected themselves from me. The ones who haven't, I ignore them even when they reach out to me because guess what? I'm a piece of shit. I just want to disappear. Maybe if I died, everyone's lives would be better. My life would be better. All the numbness, poof, gone in an instant. I sulk my way out of the house and to a place where I can be alone for at least one time. The walk from the apartments to the forest took about 15 minutes. Despite not having gone to the forest in years, the path to it has been burned in my memory. Whether it was from childhood home or from school, I always knew the way here. It's a place that has remained untouched by humanity. Air is fresh, clean of any pollution, unlike how it is in the city. I stop to stare at the sky above. The sun's rays are peeking through the thick forest covered by pure, unadulterated nature. I close my eyes and take in a shaky breath of crisp air, holding on to it as long as I can. It gives me much needed warmth. Then I exhale. It's nice, calming even. To be in a place like this is calming. I'd almost forgotten what that felt like. Huh? Is that someone crying? So much for being alone. No matter. I readjust my bag over my shoulder and march on ahead. Leaves crunch under my feet. Hello? Is anyone there? I stop. That sounds like a kid. Are they here by themselves? Who would... No, it's not your problem, Sebastian. You need to ignore them. I take a couple steps forward, but I stop again once the crying continues. What am I even doing? Am I really going to ignore them? But what good can I do? I don't know the first thing about comforting a crying child. I just end up standing there and being completely useless. Yet I find myself moving the direction of the crying. As I navigate through the thicket of trees, the crying gets louder and louder. Then I see them. This little kid who couldn't be older than 10. She's huddled next to a tree, hugging her knees as she cries. Awkwardly standing there, twirling her thumbs, unsure what to do. I'd be an awful parent. My voice comes out as a whisper. The girl looks up, teary-eyed. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I got her attention. What do I do now? I shift restlessly from one foot to another, trying to come up with something to say. Who are you? I could ask the same thing. I'm not supposed to talk to you. You're a stranger. Come on, kid. I'm trying to be nice here. And you throw the stranger danger card at me. You're shaking. Are you okay, mister? I stuff my hands in my pockets and try to control the jitters running through my legs. I'm fine. If I calm down, maybe the kid would trust me a bit more. Kids like confident adults, right? I'm Sebastian. Take a few steps closer, wary of how she'll react. However, she just glances off into the distance. Just because you told me your name doesn't mean you're not a stranger. I'm not dumb. Where are your parents? At work. What about your friends? I don't really have any. Oh. That's not true. How can a kid with a cool hat like that not have any friends? I can see a smile break through her face. Okay, progress. Can I sit here? Point to a clear spot in front of her a few feet away to give us both some space. Sure. I sit down on the grass. For a moment, we don't say anything. We just take in each other's company. Her eyes are red. How long has she been crying? All the boys at school like my hat. She plays with one of the cotton strings dangling from it. That's good. But the girls just say how stupid I look. They tell me that I look stupid and dirty. Kids can be the worst sometimes. Only boys dress like that. She mimics one of her bullies in a dumb, high-pitched voice. Why do they care so much about how I dress? Despite our giant age difference, I can't help but relate. I got bullied a lot for that too. I get that. Really? I nod. She bites on her bottom lip, holding back tears. Do people talk about you all the time? Yeah, they did. The negative comments came from my classmates. They called me weird and would whisper about me during lunch. The worst about that, I knew they were talking about me because they'd glance my way and point at me. It was as if they wanted me to know they were making fun of me. It's so annoying. Every day I hear the same stupid thing. They don't ever stop. Have you tried telling someone? She nods meekly. I told the teacher, but she didn't do anything. Oh. Great response there, Sebastian. You really helped this kid out. I'm tired of it, so I ran away from school during recess. Oh? Oh shit. You should go back. No! What's the point if no one likes me? I feel awful going to school. I only go because my dad tells me I have to. I mean, yeah, it's the law. I just want to go away. Her words tug at my heartstrings. What do you mean by that? She can't possibly mean what I think she means. I've seen stories about kids her age running away or worse. Like if I disappear, I would be a lot happier. There'd be no more stupid girls making fun of me for how I look or for me hanging out with the boys. Shit. She wants to end her life. Sebastian, you have to do something. For once in your life, do something good. What about your boyfriends? I don't have any boyfriends, mister. Kissing is gross. Jesus Christ, Sebastian. You're talking like a little kid. Could you not have phrased that any worse? I meant your male friends. Didn't you just say that you hang out with the boys at school? She nods. What do you guys do? Oh, a ton of stuff. Like Foursquare and wrestling on the playground after it just rained. They like that. I don't care about getting dirty. Do they like anything else about you? They tell me I'm cool and stuff because I'm not like the other girls in class. I'm not a jerk or stuck up. They like me for who I am. Do they make you happy? Yes, they make me really happy. Do you jump for joy every time you see them? Mm-hmm. Then I think you should go back to school. You have people who make you happy, and you shouldn't give that up. Good friends are rare to come by, after all. But what if the girls start teasing me again? Stand up for yourself. Throw mud at them or something. Wait. A swell of panic rises in me. Did I really suggest to a little kid to use violence? Yes! Violence! Oh, that's a great idea, mister. No, don't do that. I was just kidding. Don't actually do that, please. But don't. Fine. The little girl gets up, wiping away her tears. She sniffs of some snot that was coming out from her nose before giving me a bright smile. Thanks, mister. I'm going to... Girl begins to look around frantically. It was just here. Where did it go? Where did what go? My paper crane. Sharp pain runs through my head. I hold my head in my hand, bracing for the worst, but the pain quickly subsides. What was that? Oh, no. I made it for Aduela. I can't have lost it. A mixture of warmth and sadness courses through me. Aduela Rosita. I can't leave this kid hanging. Let me help you. Paper crane. Oh, where would a paper crane be? Didn't have to look too far. A couple feet away, I see something white poking out from a small bush. I get down on my knees and stick my hand in it, pulling out the object. Now that I think about it, didn't I do something like this for Aduela Rosita? Yeah, I did. I made her a paper crane during art class. I looked through the origami book, and when my eyes landed on it, I knew I had to make it. Apparently, if you give 1,000 paper cranes to someone, they'll get better. Of course, I couldn't make 1,000 of them. I tried so hard, but every time I tried to fold this thing, I would mess it up. I ended up only coming out with one by the end of class. It was better than nothing, right? When I showed up to the hospital with it, Aduelo Rosita saw it and smiled. She hasn't smiled in a while. Still, If I did make all those cranes, would Abuela have gotten better? Would she still be here with me? Mister? Mister, are you okay? Turn around and see the girl, concern plastered on my face. Yeah, I'm fine. She nods. Seems like I'm still good at lying. Okay. Oh, you found it! Yeah. Take one last look at the paper crane before I hand it over to the little girl. Thank you, mister. Oh, it was nothing. Just be more careful with it next time. Why do you have a paper crane? I made it for my Abuela. I've been using a D this whole time, haven't I? She's in the hospital right now. My Abuela used to be in the hospital. Well, it was more like she lived there, but I'm not going to tell the kid that. I can't remember much of those times. All the good that my Abuela exuded was quickly washed away by all the pain she had to endure. The pain I felt just seeing her lying in the hospital bed. She acted like nothing was wrong, but I knew better. Did she get any better? No. Yeah. Now's not the time to instill negative thoughts into this kid. If I tell her my Abuela Rosita got better, who knows, maybe she'll think hers would too. I heard that paper cranes mean good health, so I thought if I gave this to her, it would make her feel better. She will. I think so too. Kid looks around, unsure what to do. What is it? I kinda don't know how to get out of here. I sorta ran in one direction. I sigh. Well, there goes my plan for today. Can't exactly leave this kid alone and just hope they make it out of here. I know this place like the back of my hand. I'll guide you out. Really? Yep. Little kid tackles me, wrapping me in her arms. Aw, you're the best, mister. Sure. It's honestly not a big deal. Anyway, let's get going. Okay. I walked through the forest with the little kid by my side. A short time later, we're back in the city. I know my way back to school from here. Good. Hey, mister. Yeah? What were you doing in the forest? Did you want to run away too? No, I just wanted to go out for a stroll, that's all. Oh, okay. Well, I hope you have a good day. Bye. She runs off, making sure to give me one last wave. I wave back, and as her little figure gets further and further away, the dread I felt earlier creeps back in. Well, forest is a no-go. Can't risk bumping into someone again. What was I even thinking with the forest anyway? Did I really think no one else would be there? What was my plan anyway? Just sit there and hope for the best? Fuck, I really can't do anything right, can I? A sigh. I'll just head back home for the day and go to bed. Tomorrow will be my day. Today I'm going to the rooftop of an abandoned construction site. It's been abandoned for years, actually. For whatever reason, the city doesn't want to continue the project they had in mind to or redo everything to start something new. But hey, it works for me. No one else will be there, so today will go a lot easier. My steps echo through the stairwell of the unfinished building. Then a bright light shines through the door's tiny window, signaling that I reach the top. I open the door, blinded by the sunlight. When my vision adjusts, my heart sinks. There's a tall figure at the edge of the rooftop. They're sitting at the very edge of the building. You fucking serious? Again? First time? Sure, I'll chalk it up to a coincidence. Second time? Alright, someone is definitely fucking with me. Listen, God, if you're really out there, I'm trying to do everything, including myself, a favor. Can you just let me do something right? I step forward and see who's here with me. It's a teenager. Their hair is wrapped up in a tight, all by messy bun. They're clutching their skateboard close to their side with their arm, as if for comfort. With their other hand, they're gripping tightly to a metallic fencing behind them. Might want to introduce yourself before coming up behind someone, especially if that person is sitting on the edge of a building. Teenager glances over their shoulder, giving me an annoyed look. I'm sorry, I didn't know someone else was going to be up here. Geez, I managed to annoy even a stranger. Why are you up here? Did I really ask that? Seriously, Sebastian? Isn't it obvious? To watch the view. Oh, well, never mind. What do you think? Never mind. It was a stupid question. Sorry. Huh? Why are you apologizing? I don't know. It's second nature for me. The teenager gives me a weird look. Okay. What should I do? Should I go home? But what about this kid? I can't just leave them alone. What happens if they really jump? Would I really be okay with knowing that I could have done something to stop them? Take a seat on the roof. I take a seat on the rooftop. You're just going to sit there? You're weird. I could have told you that. So, since you're probably not going to leave, let's try to make this less awkward. What's your name? Even though they're just asking a simple question, there's a sharpness in my voice. Sebastian. What about you? What's your name? Don't have one. What do you mean you don't have one? What do you mean by that? Well, I have a name, but I don't feel comfortable using it. It feels weird. How old are you? 13. God dang. That's not... well, I guess that's technically a teen. Can I ask why? Why I'm up here is none of your business. I don't know why you care so much anyways. You don't know me. You should just go. You're wasting your time, Sebastian. I can't leave you here by yourself. What can I do to stop them? Just sit here and hope that my presence deters them from jumping? Would I even try to grab their hand if they were to jump? Or would I just sit there like a lifeless dummy? What about you, huh? Why are you up here? I'm not sure if I want to tell them why I'm up here either. I don't want to tell them that I want to stop all the pain I'm causing for everyone and myself. Tears begin to well up in my eyes as I think about how much of a bother I've been through my life. Would everyone be happy if I was gone? Hey, are you crying? Wait, I wipe away my tears. I'm fine, don't worry. Teenager sighs, rubbing the back of their neck. Good job as always, me. Maybe this is why I don't have any friends. I shouldn't have asked why you're up here. It's none of my business. Sorry. It's not your fault. I asked you first anyways. They look off into the distance towards the once colorful sky. It used to be so beautiful, but now it's like life got sucked out of it. I wonder how they see the world. Do they see any color? Yesterday was my birthday. I'm telling you why I'm up here. It started off nice. I was able to celebrate it with my abuela. Does everyone just only have their abuela to be like their caretaker? I feel like I just got punched in the gut. It's hard to even hear the word without wanting to break down. Abuela Rosita. What were you thinking about in your last moments? Did you reflect back on your life and how your memory was clouded with the hospital? Were you disappointed when you saw I was the only one who came to visit you? Why couldn't someone who was worth a damn have visited you instead? Is that what you were wondering, Abuela Rosita? Shit, I can't do this right now. This kid's really pouring their heart out here. She hasn't been able to attend some of my birthday parties because of her health. At first, it was a bad fall. I thought she would recover from it, but she never did. Her hands shake a lot. So, life has gotten hard for her. She happened to be in the hospital on my birthday, so I went to visit her. I brought over a big cake, hoping that would cheer her up. Oh, I remember doing that. Back then, I never looked forward to my birthday. My parents would leave me an envelope with some cash in it, and that's it. I'd spend the rest of the day by myself, like it was any other day. Meanwhile, I hear about my classmates talk about their upcoming birthday party with so much excitement. I remember being so envious of them, but one year I was able to visit Abuela Rosita in the hospital. During that brief time that I spent with Abuela, I felt like I finally understood why my classmates got so excited about their birthdays. You know what she said? What? Mi comere este maldito pastel si es lo último que hago. Oh, you know, they had the fucking English right there. I'm going to eat this fucking cake. If it's the last thing I do. It seems like their abuela had the same fighting spirit as my abuela Rosita. They would have made great friends. I never heard her curse before, so I started laughing. In the end, she was only able to eat some of it on her own. I helped her with the rest of the time. I didn't mind, though. Helping her sing her smile calmed me down. If you had such a good day, why are you here? It wasn't a good day. I haven't had a good day in forever. Every time I think for once my day is going to be fine, something happens to ruin it. When I got home, no one was there, which isn't unusual. My parents are always working to help pay for Abuela's hospital bills. I went to the bathroom and looked myself in the mirror. I said, you know what? I'm gonna bleach my hair. They twirl a strand of their bright blonde hair in between their fingers. Ran back out, got some cheap-ass bleach from the store, and dyed it. I think I did a pretty good job, but something wasn't right about it. I just hated how long it was. You cut your hair too? Yeah, I've always wanted it short. I kept cutting and cutting till my hair was shoulder length. Felt like a weight was lifted off me. I felt the same when I cut my hair. It was liberating. Yeah, I felt so happy. Then my dad got home. I guess when he got home, he was calling for me and I didn't respond. He came to the bathroom and saw me cutting my hair. He saw the giant mess I was making. My hair was, like, everywhere. It was on the floor, the sink, just everywhere. He asked me what the hell I was doing, and I just blurted out that I don't want to look like a girl anymore, that I wanted to look like a boy instead. Their hand caresses their cheek. Then he hit me. I can't stop thinking about what he said. What the hell is wrong with you? You can't play dress up and pretend to be a boy. But I wasn't playing dress up. Why can't I change the way I look so I can be happy, huh? I hate everything about this stupid body. Teenager looks down at their chest. Hate having tits. They hug their knees desperately. Why do I have to be a girl? I don't like being a girl. But when I try to change the way I look to make myself happy, my dad flips out on me like I'm some kind of freak. I don't think you're a freak. Whatever. Tell that to everyone else who thinks I am. No, seriously, what you're going through is natural. What's so natural about it? It's called body dysphoria. Body dysphoria? It's where you get really bad anxiety about your body. It can be something like pimples, your body shape, or, you know, your chest. A lot of people experience it. Do you mind if I ask you a couple personal questions? Shit, go right ahead. It'll be better than me crying my eyes out. Do you consider yourself a masculine girl? I don't know. Not really, I guess. Okay, second question. Are you a boy? That's a weird question. I mean, I'm a girl. I have tits and a vet. Just because you have those things doesn't mean you aren't a boy. Let me phrase this differently then. Do you wish you were a boy? For a moment, they think about it. Yeah, for a long time, I've never felt right in my body. When I was a kid, I was jealous of the boys. I felt cheated in a weird way. I felt like I was supposed to be one of them. That I was supposed to be a boy instead of a girl. Is that weird? Not at all. I was supposed to have a boy's body when I was born, too. What do you mean, you weren't born as a boy? I shake my head. I'm a transgender man. Huh? No offense, but I have no idea what that is. I was a girl at birth, and now I'm a guy. Huh. Did you feel the same way I did? Confused? Anxious? I nod. Yeah. I felt a lot of those things. I was relieved, I was happy, and then I was scared. Scared? Why? I thought self-discovery is supposed to be a happy thing. It should be. You'd think that the world would celebrate it and be happy that you're happy. They are living as your true self, but that's not how it works sometimes. For example, my parents, they didn't get it. They believe that whatever God gave you at birth is what you're supposed to be. You try to change that, you're going to erase the good. I found myself hugging my knees for support. Forgot how angry that crap they spouted made me. I haven't felt that strongly about, well, anything in years. I cut my hair and started dressing more like a boy because that just felt right. It felt good the way I looked. But my parents hated it. I felt like I was being pulled in two different directions. Did I want to be happy, or did I want a family? Even if that meant I felt like shit however long I kept on living. But you look like yourself now. Yeah, I do. Teenager frowns. You don't look so happy about it. It's not easy to explain. Even if I like myself, how would society feel about me? What are my parents going to do when I started transitioning? What did your parents do when you started to transition? They kicked me out of the house for a couple of months. This was right after when I got back from taking my abuela to the hospital for a checkup. Am I most vulnerable? They fucking knew what they were doing. I was lucky my abuela took me in. But what if I didn't have her? And now that I don't have her, I shudder. No, Sebastian, this isn't about you. You're supposed to help this kid. Keep your shit to yourself. I guess you can consider me one of the lucky ones. I'm not very good at comforting, am I? So, are you saying my parents would hate me for the rest of my life if I came out to them? I shrug. I don't know. Everything I said is possibly for me and for someone in my shoes, that's all. The teenager nods, taking in all my information I'm throwing at them. Do you regret it? Coming out as transgender? Becoming who you were supposed to be? No. Even if I was in some weird Groundhog Day loop and was forced to relive my entire transition, I'd make the same choice every time. Okay. Teen is taking everything in. There's nothing wrong with you or the way you're feeling. Go ahead and be who you're destined to be. I scoot close to the railing and grip the cold metal bars. I promise you that you'll see a world different if you stay true to yourself. Teenager carefully gets on their feet. I look down the street below and my heart suddenly starts racing. My grip tightens, and I'm about to hop up on my feet until I see him climb over to the side of the railing, away from the edge. You know, I thought you were going to be some nosy adult. And I was right about that. Well, geez, thanks. But you're a good guy, Sebastian. I'm gonna think about what you said. The teen sits down next to me. That's when I noticed her skateboard. It was hard to tell earlier, but it's decorated with the space stickers. Feels like I just got my head slammed against a wall. Seriously, what the hell is going on? You okay? Yeah, my head has been acting funny since yesterday. It's nothing. Point to the skateboard to change the subject. You're a fan of space? Yeah, I love it. I look up towards the sky. What I love the most about it is it's limitless. No rules or expectations, it's just a free open space that's begging to be explored. Who knows, maybe I'll meet a bunch of kick-ass aliens and decide to stay up there. Do you want to go to space, Sebastian? Yeah. Well, I used to. Now, I don't think it's possible. I've been in and out of school, so it's been hard to get my master's in engineering. Racked up hundreds of $1,000s in debt so far, and I have nothing to show for it. All because I couldn't get out of bed. Without a degree, I can kiss that dream goodbye. Let's make a promise. Where is this coming from? A promise? Me and you are going to space together. Don't know if we'll find anything cool up there, like an alien civilization, but it'll be fun just to be up there with someone. They put their hand out. Well? I look at it, hesitate. Will I ever be able to go to space? I'm almost 30. Without a degree, I can't become an astronaut. How long will it take to get a degree at the rate I'm going at? I keep going in and out of school. By the time I get it, I'll just end up being too old to be qualified as an astronaut. All that effort, time, and money wasted. Once again, I'll just fail. Suddenly, the young boy in front of me grips my hand and firmly shakes it. Hey, what? You were taking too long. The teen hops up on their feet. Well, it's a deal then. You and I are going to space together someday. We didn't shake on it. We did though. You were just being slow, so I had to help you out. They grin. Thanks for today, Sebastian. Let's head down together. Okay. Slowly I rise to my feet and follow the teen downstairs. Well, I guess this is where we say goodbye. See you, Sebastian. Bye, Never told me what they would like to be called. Kid? Teenager chuckles. They push off their skateboard and melts into the crowd. Hope everything goes alright for him. He seems like a good kid. A little smart-ass, but a good kid. I check my phone. Well, my plans for today have once again been shot, and I'm not really tired yet, so my stomach rumbles for the 5th time today. I should eat something, but what? All I have in my kitchen is ramen and enough stuff to make a basic sandwich. I'm tired of that stuff. I wonder if that sushi place is still open. I can't even remember the last time I've been there. I walk in the direction for a moment of the once forgotten sushi. A little pep in my step, eager to eat for the first time in a while. I lasted a week this time before the numbness came back, or maybe it was a month. I can't keep track anymore. Once again, I head to the stairs of the rooftop of the abandoned building. My footsteps echo through the dark hallway, as part of me wishes that there's some other life than me here. It's just a dreary atmosphere. I take my time getting up there, though I'm not sure why. I feel like there are weights attached to my feet, and each step I climb, they just get heavier and heavier. Eventually I reach the top. My shaky hand covers over the silver doorknob. Why am I shaking? Have I always been this shaky? My hand grips onto the doorknob, which gives it enough support to stop shaking for the most part. I turn the doorknob, and the door creaks open, the light from the outside blinding me yet again. Damn, I really didn't think this was going to be this long. And as my vision adjusts, I notice a blurb of a person a few feet away in front of me. Ah, damn, that was empty. Rip. There's another lone figure right on the other side of the fencing, just like the teenager from yesterday. I thought it was a month ago. They're standing on the edge, looking down at the street below. Their short hair ruffles in the wind, but it doesn't seem to faze me. Then my vision finally adjusts. The person only a few feet in front of me and turns around, revealing themselves. It's a young boy, his face completely devoid of any emotion. He just looks numb. However, there's something more concerning about him. He's in a hospital gown, and his arms... A drop of sweat runs down my forehead. There are bandages on his arms. I freeze completely. Oh, you're not from the hospital? His tone is empty, as if there's no energy left in his body. My heart is racing. No. Not this. Not again. You look like you've seen a ghost. He chuckles half-heartedly. I fall to my knees and look down at my own arms, covered by my hoodie sleeves. No matter how much I try to cover them, I feel the wounds. There's nothing left but scars now, scars that I deserved. He bears the same scars that I did 12 years ago. Why? 'Cause I'm tired. Isn't that why you're up here too? Every day is the same thing. I come home from school, and you think, hey, maybe my parents will notice I'm not okay. Did you ever go to see the counselor? Finally managed to get a complete sentence out. Plenty of times, but it wasn't because I wanted to. So, she called you into her office. Yeah, she did. This is all too familiar. Same exact thing happened to me. She would tell me how my grades were dropping. You know what? I think I get it. I think I understand. Sebastian is just reliving his life. like he's seeing his own ghosts. His own ghost of his past. That's why everyone has had an abuela. Because they were all talking about his abuela. Because he's just seeing himself. He gets to the final line and it's like he's reliving his life. He's reliving key moments of which, like, this whole thing could have happened. But it turned it around. She told me how my grades were dropping and how I sat by myself at lunch. Hell, she even noticed that I was wearing long sleeve shirts even when it was hot as hell outside. Your arms? I got myself to cope. Is that what you call it? Coping? What do you mean? Cutting. It doesn't do anything. Apparently not, huh? So, the counselor grabbed my arm and rolled up my sleeves despite me saying I wasn't comfortable showing my arms. She had to. She had to? If she didn't, then no one would have known just how much you were hurting. I remember being angry at the time, but now, kinda appreciate. Doesn't matter if she intended to help me. I didn't ask her to do it. If she didn't do it, it wouldn't have gotten worse. She told my parents, even though they would be supportive and help me through this, she thought they were good people. Instead of my parents telling me that I was going to be okay, they yelled at me. My dad told me how I'm an embarrassment and that he would never let me back into his home. My mom, she can't even bear to look at me anymore, as if I'm some kind of monster. He looks down in his arms. I guess I am. The boy turns around, looking back at the view of the city. They weren't concerned about the fact that I wore hoodies and long sleeves every day, even in the summer. Oh, but they cared about my grades, because those were yet another thing to show just how much of a failure I am. I'm so tired of it. I'm tired of telling my parents that I'm just trying to be who I was supposed to be from the start. I just want the scars to stop growing. So I grabbed a bunch of pills from the bathroom closet and downed them. I can't even tell you what I ingested. I just took what was there. I remember falling into the cold bathroom floor, blacking out. I thought maybe I finally did it. That I finally did something right. He grips his other hand. I woke up in the hospital. The nurse taking care of me ran out of the room, yelling for a doctor. They said a ton of stuff to me, but it all came out as gibberish. All I could focus on was that I was alive, and that I failed. I want to run and hug this kid, pull him off the ledge, tell him it's going to be okay. My body won't let me move. It's like I'm stuck in place. I'm completely useless. Please. All I can do is watch. And you know what's even worse? I made my abuela cry. His voice is cracking. She's the only one who visited me, and all she could do was cry. She whispered under her breath, Okay, he said, es esto, why did you do this? She kept crying and crying and crying for what felt like hours. She would be worrying about herself and her health. She should be worrying about herself and her health, not me. I caused the only person I had left in the world so much pain. And I couldn't even look at her while she wept. All I could do was look out the window. Please stop. I don't deserve to live. Please stop saying stuff like that. You need to keep living. But please don't jump. My tears fall on my face and hit the floor on the rooftop, creating small dark puddles. For a moment, I can see the boy shiver. Please keep on living. Keep on living? The boy digs into his gown pocket and pulls out something small. It's a paper crane. It looks old, judging from the wear and tear. It looks familiar, but I don't know why. He admires it and holds it up to the sky. Then, puts on a pitiful smile and holds a small piece of origami close to his chest. You think I can get better? Is that why you gave me this? He lets out a shaky breath. I'm going to try. The boy carefully climbs over the fence and to safety. He can't seem to take his eyes off the edge. He shuffles over to me, looking me over before walking past me towards the stairwell. When I hear the door shut behind me, I can start to feel my body relax. I gather myself for the next few minutes, waiting for the loud banging in my heart to calm down, the dark clouds in my head clear. I look down at my arms. I can still remember the bandages wrapped tightly around them. I remember getting them in the hospital. I remember looking as dead as he did. Those days were the worst days of my life. Stuck in an endless loop where my collection of scars kept growing and growing. The pain kept getting worse and worse until I finally felt nothing. And when I finally took the step to end my life, what happened? I woke up in the hospital with Abuela Rosita crying. For all the pain her disease caused it, she didn't even cry once. But it was me who finally made her shed a tear. I'm such a piece of shit. Why did that boy turn around? Did the paper crane give him a reason to keep on living? He turned back, but why? What about the paper crane made him turn back? A wave of exhaustion hits me. It doesn't matter. I just want to go back to sleep. Tomorrow will be my day. Oh boy. Today's the day. There's no one else here but me today. I guess it's time. You know, I thought I wanted this. In the forest, I wanted to be alone. On the rooftop, I wanted to be alone. But it was nice having someone else to talk to. I managed to help all those people but myself, huh? It's kind of sad you think about it. Walk over to the edge and climb over the fencing. Alone once again, I look down the street below. How high up am I? 40, 50 feet? Putting numbers in my head makes me feel queasy. If I jump, I'll be free. I'll be free from all the pain I feel every day. I'll be free from the fact that I have no one else left in the world. Who knows, maybe I'll finally see Abuela Rosita again. Would she welcome me to heaven with open arms? Would she forgive me? Would she understand why I did? Maybe there isn't a heaven. Maybe it's just darkness. A lonely abyss where I'll wander for the rest of my days. It won't be any better from how it is now, would it? I close my eyes and take a shaky breath. Wait, mister. I'm going to be free. I'm going to be free. I'm going to be free. I lift my roof foot. I lift my roof foot ahead to the air before me. I'm pretty sure I read that right, but at the same time, that doesn't really sound right. I'm going to be free. Suddenly I brought backwards. My back hits the metal fencing yard. I open my eyes and turn around to see. What the hell are you doing? Were you going to hurt yourself? The boy in the hospital ground digs into his pockets for something. It's Paper Crane. She gave this to you, remember? What are you talking about? Abuela Rosita? She gave you us. This in the hospital after you woke up from your suicide attempt. Huh? Remember back to the day, Sebastian? I know you don't want to, but you have to. That day. The worst day of my life. It was about 11 years ago, April 23rd. I remember waking up in a warm hospital bed after taking a bunch of pills. By my side was Abuela Rosita. She ran as quickly as someone with her condition could and hugged me. I couldn't even muster the strength to hug her back, so I laid there and she cried her eyes out. Why did you do this? I couldn't answer her. How could I tell her about all the years... Dang, how loud is this? Oh my god. That's actually kind of loud. I'm just gonna turn it down for myself. Couldn't answer her. How could I tell her about all the years of pain I've held inside right then and there? It just wasn't possible. She squeezed my hand as tightly as she could. My grandson. That's what caught my attention. I looked away from the window and looked at her. eyes wide. No, she couldn't have. I must have misheard, right? She must have said Minita, right? What'd you say, Grandma Rosita? She digs in her purse for something. She pulls out a small paper crate. I remember making this for her when I was 10. Around the time I made it, she was in and out of the hospital. I thought that if I made her a paper crane, she would get better. After all, they're a sign of good health. I love you so much, Sebastian. She used my name. Please keep living. She whispered softly to me before placing the small paper crane in my hand. She was the only person to love and accept me for who I was. She wanted me to live. Do you remember now? I nod, my vision growing blurry. Come on, get over here. All three of them helped me over the railing. It's too much. It won't stop welling up. I can't hold it back. I want to cry. I cry until I crumble onto the ground with the origami crane in my limp hand. That's it. Let it all out. I let out all the pain I've held inside for 20 plus years. You found a reason to keep going 19 years ago. You had friends at school you loved. You found a reason 14 years ago. You promised yourself you'd go to space. You found a reason 11 years ago. It was that paper crane that Abuela Rosita gave to you. She'd be so proud of you now. She always was. No matter what, you found a reason to keep going. Who's to say? I won't just find myself up here tomorrow, or the next day. I'm tired of waking up every day alone and feeling nothing. I have no friends, and my family hates me. Abuela Rosita was the only person who even cared about me, and she's gone. I have no one. Have you reached out to anyone since Abuela Rosita passed? There are so many people out there who'd love to know you. You need to realize you're worthy of support. I'm scared. It's okay to be scared. You were your own support system for so long. You won't say it to yourself, so I'll do it for you. You deserve better, Sebastian. Not everyone is like your family. Or those dumb kids at school. There are people out there who will love you no matter what. You got better for us. You're so much better than I could have dreamed of. I promise you that it'll keep getting better. Are there people who will accept me for the broken mess I am? Looking back into the faces of my past, I never realized how far I've come. I can't help but respect these kids. Respect myself, as strange as that feels for going through it all alone. Keep on living, Sebastian. One day, you'll look back on yourself and be so proud. So proud. Then, they disappear. I'm not going to even lie. A couple days after that, I stayed in my bed, unsure of what to do. Who could I reach out to? I couldn't reach out to other family members at the time. I mean, what would I even say to them? Hey, I just tried to kill myself. Want to hang out? I had no insurance, no viable income, so therapy wasn't an option either. It all felt hopeless until I came upon a support group made for the LGBTQIA+ community. I didn't even know those existed. It was free, and at least twice a week, people would meet up, talk about their feelings, and eat pizza. Sounded like a nice place. So I didn't leave it for another day for once. I've been there for almost a year now. Have you been doing, Sebastian? I've been okay. I finally started seeing a therapist. It's great. I know you've been saying that, saving up for that. Yeah, I mean, I'm only working part-time right now, but listen, with everything you got going on, that's perfectly fine. You're starting to get your degree in engineering, going to the gym, and working a part-time job. All things considered, you're practically a modern-day superhero. I don't know about that. When was the last time I felt this lighthearted? God, probably when I celebrated my birthday with Abuela Rosita. It's been a long time since then. Have you made plans with any of your cousins? I rubbed the back of my neck and shrugged. Sorta. I asked Ava if she wanted to hang out this weekend. I know I shouldn't, but felt bad for asking. I don't want her to think she's obligated to. Nonsense. You're everything but a burden, dude. I remember from the circle pipes up. I remember from the circle pipes up? Oh, a member from the circle pipes up. I gotcha. I know, it's just hard to get over that. Maybe that's something you can talk to your therapist about. I nod. Yeah. I finish up summarizing my week before we move on to the next person in the group. I feel like I've made a ton of progress in a year. I still have days where I can't get out of bed and I struggle to take a shower, but they're becoming less and less frequent now. But I know how monumental these little steps would have felt when I was younger. Abuela Rosita loved every version of me, so I try every day to love myself too, even if I'm not where I want to be yet. So I put the paper crane that she gave me on my nightstand. To some, it's just a small piece of origami, but to me, it's what gives me hope that one day I can look back and be proud of how far I've come. Maybe it won't get better tomorrow or the day after, but as long as I keep marching on, no matter how hard it gets, I will live to see that day. Whew. Oh, finally. It's over. I've been this close to probably crying too many times. Okay. Anyways, so that was a lot to unpack. A lot longer than I thought it would be. And I don't know, it might be a little while until I actually get this video up. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. If you are feeling like Sebastian here, and you feel like you have no one to talk to, honestly, I just want you to know that I'm here. I can talk to you. If you need someone to just listen, I can listen to you. I can try and to just like help listen. Because a lot of time people just need someone to just hear what they have to say. And honestly, just talking about what's going on really helps a lot of the time. And it's like whenever I had therapy years ago in college, that was honestly really all I needed, was just someone that I really don't know to just hear everything that I had. And I'd say it made a world of difference for me. I'm a much different person than I was, hell, kind of at the beginning of this channel. Honestly, I think, I think it was like around about the beginning of me making my channel that, this channel anyways, that I was in like those low parts of my life, and I just needed someone that I didn't know to talk to. And honestly, it's like the first couple days it felt pretty awkward, and then all of a sudden it felt like talking to an old friend all the time. And we would just sit and chat together for just hours. I'd wind up going past my scheduled times, and she'd be like, "It's all right." I mean, it was free with college, but still, it just felt so nice, and I never really wanted those days to end, of just sitting and chatting with my counselor or therapist. I don't really know what her title was anymore. It's literally been years, but I just didn't want those days to end, because they were only like once a week. I never really got to do anything else with them, because it is only really supposed to last an hour, and you can only talk so much in an hour. And I know I kind of like get through a lot of things pretty fast, but I'm also have ADHD brain, and it kind of just all jumbles up together, and it was a lot worse back then. It's also still a lot worse now, but still, it was pretty bad about like trying to get the right words out. all the time back then. I wasn't too good at talking, basically. Anyways, if you need someone to talk to, feel free to reach out. There's a link to my Discord down below. If you join, I do have my DMs open. Just go ahead and send me a message, and we can just have a conversation, or I can just listen. Whatever it is, your choice. Either way, if you need to reach out, please do, because honestly, a lot of people are in Sebastian's shoes. I could see myself being in Sebastian's shoes at one point there, and honestly, it's hard to really see, but it's like, you'll make it through. Things will get better. All you gotta do is just take one day at a time, one step at a time. Just keep going, and eventually you'll make it. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Link to this game is down below if you want to check it out yourself. And yeah, please give this video a like, please with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe on your way out. This is Cyrewolf, signing off.